Hello, I'm Pam, and this is Made by Pam. Today is Friday, so it's another episode of Friday Sews. Stay tuned. So I thought I had all the stuff put away, and I was done. That I was going to be able to come home, edit the video, take out all the silly little things that I said. Yeah. Thing is, it didn't happen. You want to know why? Because my computer did an update and shut off my microphone. So I went into my settings and the microphone was on, but I had to go into a different set of settings to turn it back on. So yeah. How exciting is that? So, let's go over what I sewed this week. Okay? And tell you what wonderful changes I need to do to it. Alright. So what did I sew this week? Well, in my last video, I did show you the pair of pants that I made like this. Now, this one is not mine. This one was intended for my sister. And today is Friday, so I did deliver it to her on Thursday. She was leaving, and it was her birthday. So it's going to be this awesome birthday gift, no big deal. Yeah. It didn't happen that way. So I gave it to her, and I had her try it on, okay? She tried it on. She comes out, and her legs, her thighs are like bulging out of the pants, because she's like a bodybuilder type that does bodybuilding every once in a while and does these competitions, and she's just absolutely fabulous, but she hasn't done it in a little bit. But she was hoping that she was a size 6. Well, she's not. And I was gonna take my pair like this with me, but I left them at home, and I should have taken them with me, because then she could have tried them on and determined what I needed to do different to make them fit her. But I didn't, so now I just kind of have to guesstimate. So I did this one. This was for my sister, and of course the top just a little bit too short as she puts it on, and it squeezes her crotch. Yeah, and she didn't like that. And not only that, but it was so tight on her, she was afraid she was going to rip it apart. But the length was good and everything. So she gave it to her 11-year-old daughter, and her 11-year-old daughter tried it on. And it looked really good on her, except for it's a little bit big. So what she wants me to do, so this is going to be my niece's. I am going to take and put an elastic in the hemband. So just like I do in my pants, I did it for my niece with her overalls I made for her months ago, and she loved it so much, and so they want me to do it on these, and then just leave it the same length, because my sister anticipates she's going to have a growth spurt and sprout like a little bean, and she's going to need that extra length. And the pockets were fine for them, no big deal. And she said the top was fine, But she did need it altered. So my niece put it on, and I kind of used my thumb as a guesstimate. So I basically took my thumb and measured. So just basically to right there is how much needs to come up. So basically like that. And then on the side here, I also did the little thumb measurement. So I measured with my thumb. And so it needs to come in so much. So this needs to come down, this needs to go in, and same with the other side. I figured, well, that's a pretty good guesstimate using the good old thumb. So I've got to alter these, but I'm not going to have to take them apart. Well, I'm going to have to take the top apart a little bit, but I don't have to take the bottom part off. I'm just going to undo the bands around the top and the sides, and then I'm going to bring in the seam about that much and sew it back up and sew these back together. And if I have to cut out new ones, that's fine, no big deal, I can do that. So we're gonna do that, and then I will have to mail it to her. And then for my sister, so she really likes these black ones, and she wants to use it for her hair cutting because she's a hair cutter. She does hair, she dyes it, cuts it, styles it, and she wanted to use these kind of for work because she has her own business, and they fit her pretty good. The legs seem fine, and she's like, why do the legs seem okay? And the legs seem fine, and she's like, why are the legs okay on the black ones, but they're not okay on the green ones? I'm like, well, the black ones are a knit, and so it has a little bit more give. These green ones are a woven, they're a crepe woven, so there is not much give. She's like, oh, okay. So what I need to do with this one, basically, I need to unhook it from the pants part. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to seam rip, like unpick it all, take this top piece off, and then I'm going to cut out a new top piece. But I need to cut like 4 inches so that I have like the inch, well, 5/8 of an inch for seam allowance, or a little bit more, or whatever. Well, I guess I don't need that much, but at least 5/8 of an inch for seam allowance. And then put it on there because she needed so much more. She's like, give me like that much extra. Well, that much extra, measuring it on my board, is 3 inches. So we need like that much extra to make it 4 inches. And she needed like that much extra. So I have to do like at least 4 inches extra on this so that it sits, because her torso is a little bit longer. And like I said, when I do myself another pair, I need to add that extra length because, you know, we don't want to give ourselves a wedgie. But yeah, so I just need to redo the top. And she'll be happy with them. Don't need to change anything else, just need to add those extra inches to the top for the torso. And then sew it back together and we'll be good to go. So I gotta do that. So while I was talking to my sister, okay, so I told her that I have some more of this fabric. well, some more of the top for the green. And this is what I have left. And this will be plenty to make a couple more tops for that. And so I told her, I'm like, well, you see that? So I showed her with this pair. Okay, let me just show you. Alright. So I pointed to the blue patch on the shirt. I'm like, you see that blue patch there? I have some fabric that I just got that will match, pretty much match that blue. So I got a blue crepe fabric. Well, I guess it's not blue. It's like a greenish blue, but it will go really well with it. So I got this, and it's really pretty. I got it on Wednesday because I had to go to Savers. Yeah. So I got this fabric, and I told her that I probably didn't have enough of the green. So I have a little bit of the green left, but I knew I wasn't going to have enough of the green to make another full pair of pants. I could get both like pieces, but they would be like shorts. So I could do like a romper shorts for her, or romper culottes or whatever. But there's not enough for full pants. So I told her that I wasn't going to be able to make her a full set like I did before, because I'd made myself a pair. But I told her I had this, and I told her that it would go together pretty well with that, which I think it does. I think it looks excellent. So I am going to use this blue crepe. It was $3. Now it's probably been sitting there for a while, and when I picked it up, I told my sister, because I took my sister to Savers with me to the thrift store, because she lives right next to it, basically. Like, yeah, just like block over. So I told her I was going to Savers. I'm like, you want to come to Savers with me? She's like, sure. But so we went to Savers, and I saw this, and I'm like, you know, if I just wait a week, maybe it will still be there next week when the tags are 50% off, because this costed $3. And there's about, maybe there's 4 yards, or is there just 3 yards? Maybe there's just 3 yards of this, but there's enough to do something with. And I said, well, maybe I could just wait. But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, it may not be there, and I don't want to take that chance, because I knew I wanted to make another jumper out of this, and I can't do that if I don't have the fabric. And we're just going to combine those together. So that is one of my next projects is to make her another one, and I've got enough of this to do that. And remember to add the 4 inches to the torso. Alright, so what else did I get from Savers, I bet you're asking? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, you really didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Okay, so I got this. It's a blue stretch, like a navy blue stretch fabric, and it's like a t-shirt fabric, but it's not extra thin. It's like pretty thick. And so I got it so I could, and I know I have fabric like this already, but this is 6 yards, and I got it for $4. Can't beat that. because there was so much of it. So much that I was like, you know what? I can definitely do something with that. So I picked it up, and then I was looking at it and stuff and debating. And I was like, alright. I made this black pair for my sister. Well, now I'm going to make her a blue pair. And see, it's just going to be great. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add the D with the C. The top and the bottom. Just like I did before. But I'm going to add the extra inches. Alright. There. So what else did I get? Well, I'd already folded these nice and neat, but then my video didn't work. So I got this pile of fabric. So I got this. This is a sheet. 100% polyester. But my niece's birthday is coming up next week. And so my sister would like me to make her a pillowcase. Okay? Move. I'm just gonna sit down. Alright. Is that better? So my sister wants me to make her a pillowcase. And we can get at least 2 pillowcases, maybe 3, and then a body pillow. So I'm going to take one of my other pillowcases from upstairs, and I'm just going to kind of use it as a template. And we're going to make some pillowcases and a skinny body pillow that's long and skinny. And this only costs $2. It's a flat sheet, twin size, but it will be great. They wanted the pillowcase that matched this. They wanted $2, well, $1.50 for. This one was only $2, and they wanted $1.50 for the pillowcase. My sister didn't want to pay the $1.50 for the pillowcase, which I bought it all. I bought the stuff, but it's all good. So I could have thrown the pillowcase in there, but I did not. Alright. And then I saw some corduroy. I love the corduroy. It was like 2 yards for $3. And I do like corduroy. So I usually pick up the corduroy when I go to the thrift store. Especially if I see it and it's a good price. And then we got some like leopard, like blue leopard print stuff. And there's quite a bit here. There's at least 4 yards. And it was $3. And my sister really liked that, and I really liked it too. And I was gonna put it in the cart, but she beat me to it. It's like, you should really get this. I'm like, I know. I've really been contemplating it, but she put it in the cart. I'm like, yeah, let's get it. Put it in the cart. And then we got this one. And I really like this one. But it's a little bit see-through, just a little bit. So, I don't know. Can you see my hand? So, it may not work for overalls or anything, but it will work for a nice like woven blouse. or just a little bag, or just something, but it's really pretty and I like it. And that was $3. So we got that one. And then we got a purple, which was $2. There's a yard of this. Now, when I was there at the store, they did have some more of this purple, but it was basically, they had it, but they had it cut down like the center. So it was like a yard, but it was cut down the center, so it was like half of that. I'm like, well, I don't want to pay $2 for like half of that yard piece, but I paid $2 for this one. So if it's still there in a couple weeks when that collar tag goes on sale, I may get the other purple pieces, but I'm not going to pay $2 a piece for them, but I will pay $1 a piece for them. But I really do like it. And then I got this dark red and blue paisley, and that was $2. And there's like 2 yards here. And so I got that one. And then I got like a dark pink paisley, which was $4. But I think there's 3 yards of this, or something like that. But I really liked it, so I got it. And then I got a purple chevron print. On this one I looked at and I contemplated, and I left it hanging up, and then I kept looking down the thing and I see it and I'm like, I really like that purple. I think it's like really fabulous. I need to get it. And so as I walk back down the aisle, I snagged it. So I got those. I don't need any more patterns, but I got them anyways. And they were like, got two patterns in a bag for $1, because they have 2 patterns per bag, which they mark for $1.99, and it was the 50% off tag sale with that collar of tag, and so I picked up a couple of them. I didn't get all of the collar tags that they had. I just got some of the ones I really liked. So I also picked up a bag of tulle. So we got all these collars, and it was $2.50 for the whole bag, because it was the collar tag that was the 50% off for the week. So it's been sitting there for a while, and I've thought about it each time, and I just leave it there because I'm like, I don't want to pay $5 for those pieces, but paying $2.50 for them, I'll do that. So there had some purples, a dark purple and a lavender purple, and then we had some blues, and then we have a white and a black. We have some greens. We have a red, an orange, and it says it's a toast or beige. collar, like a tan collar. So those are the tools that I got. I just had to show you. Alright. See, this will be like the third time trying to show these patterns. Because the first time, well, I kept getting interrupted for one. And I lost my place and where I was at. And then come to find out, there was no sound. So I'm doing it again. So I got these patterns. So first we will go with the craft patterns. So first pattern is a Simplicity 9528. Has bags, and what's really cool is it has like a guitar case, which is pretty neat. That'll be something to try. And then we have, so that was 9528. And then we have a Simplicity 1630. And I like that bag, and I like that bag. And then these other, like for e-readers and tablets. But I really like those bags. And then Christmas. So it has 3 different size bags. So small, medium, large. It has a tree skirt, and then it has little tree ornaments. So it has like a little skate, and then like a little penguin angel type thing. And then we have Simplicity E2001, and it is a fleece pillow. I wonder if on the, yeah, that's what the number it says on the pattern too. So the Simplicity E2001, and this is from 2011. Then we have Simplicity 5310, and it is a animal neck pillows. So they have cat, dog, monkey, and lion pillows, which is cute. And then we have Simplicity 8161, which is a Christmas stockings or stuffed animal card holder and wreath, and they're Care Bears. Okay, save that one for later. So let's do the quick sew now. I have quite a few quick sew that I picked up. So we have quick sew 2155. It's Mrs. Dress and Skirt, like a shirt dress, but there's no sleeves for the dress portion. My nose itches for some reason. And then we have quick sew 1848, Mrs. Dresses, and here is the back view. And then we have a quick sew 1931, Mrs. Cardigans and Tops, and there is the back view. And then we have quick sew 2508, Mrs. Blouses, and there is the back view. Cute that they have the yoke and stuff. You can do some pretty cool collar blocking with this pattern. And then we have quick sew 1726, men's jackets, and there is the back view. And then we have quick sew 1674, they're men's shirts, and there is the back view of that one. Okay, now we have new look 6160, and it is it's a top and pants, like, so different views. And then we have a McCall's 8102. This misses two-piece dresses. So it has the top and the skirt. And then we have a Simplicity 9513. Misses knit tops. And there is the back view. And it does have a view that does have a hat. So a hoodie. And then I've saved the best one for last. So we have Simplicity 7684. And it's in the 1997 pattern. And it's a Mrs. Romper. So now that we're talking about that, wait 1 second. So I was looking at this pattern and I decided that I have some woven fabric here that I really love and I would really like to make an outfit out of. So I have this and combine it with that for that view there. But what I would do is I would actually lengthen the legs, make them a little bit skinnier so they're not so fluffed out. And I would put elastic on the bottoms, and so I'd make it like ankle length. So it would be longer. Either that, or I would still make that view, but I would make it so that it goes to about there. Hi. I have Simplicity 7684, and it is a Mrs. Petite romper and jumper thing. So, you know, I'm all into that right now. It's kind of like overalls, but it's a shirt and everything all in one. And then you didn't just unbutton the front and it's good to go. So here is the back view there. So like I said, well, I haven't said, but what I want to do is I wanted to make this down ankle length, but make it a little bit thinner because I don't need it so much out. And then if I did the short version, I would do it just past the knees. But so basically it would be that, but it would be up a little bit and a little bit slimmer and everything. And it doesn't seem like it has inseam pockets at all. But you know, I'm thinking, so you see kind of how low that line is, so that is kind of just sitting on the hips. I can take and kind of put a pocket along that seam line, yeah, and so that you can just reach in, and then it could just have a little snap that would snap it shut, so it would also stay shut if you wanted it shut, but it could just have a little pocket. I've seen that done. It can be done. I think it would be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, and I could do the pockets on the chest, but I'm not really into chest pockets. But I have this fabulous fabric. So I have this fabric. And it kind of has a cool little texture to it a little bit too. I don't know. So you can kind of see that little bit of ribbing. And I really like this fabric. And so when I was looking at this pattern, I'm like, oh, that would go great, because I've been wanting to do something with this fabric. Something that I really want to do. And I'm like, wow, I like that. So I'm going to do that. This one cost me $4, but I've had this for a while, and I may have done it in a fabric haul that I've done, but I'm not sure. And this is almost 4 yards. Yeah. So, and it is kind of wide. Let's see. Well, I guess it's only like 45 inches wide, so it's not super wide, but it's wide enough. But yeah, so I really want to do something with that. I really love it. So I need to just like kind of put these together, and that's going to be on my plan to do. Yep, my plan to do. Alright. So I have that. I've gone over that. Alright. So what else did I do today? Well, my son, my 20-year-old, that's visiting, he's in the Navy, and he's been in town for like 2 weeks now, I guess. Has it been 2 weeks? Maybe. So he got in town, and he got back together with his girlfriend, which is his fiance, but now it's his wife. So they got back together, and they decided they were going to get married. So they had like applied for the marriage permit either like probably on the 26th of June. They applied for the marriage certificate, and then he found out that his grandma passed away, and so he's been helping clean, and he was having a really rough day, and he broke things off with his girlfriend. And then he realized, you know what? She really makes me happy. I don't want to give that up. And so they got back together. And I was talking to him today. He's like, you know what, Mom? I want to get married before I leave. And he has to leave in the morning. So they got married. And so I was kind of the videographer. I used my phone and took a video and took pictures so that I could share it with him. And so yeah, I need to make like a little like video thing and send it to him so that he has it. I think he would appreciate that. And then do like a little like slideshow of the photos that I took. I need to do like a little Photoshop with some of the photos, just to kind of Photoshop the extra people out that are in some of those, and like the vehicles that are in the background. I just need to like Photoshop and edit those out, and like the house that's on the background, just edit those out, because we were at the park and it was just a quick little impromptu ceremony with his dad and his dad's wife. So my son's dad and his stepmom, and then me and my husband were there, and then his stepbrother, and then his sister, and then 3 of my little ones were there, so his half siblings, which are his full siblings because they're from me, but they're from a different dad. Okay, so that is life. My son got married. Yeah, it's crazy. My son is married. So a couple years ago, I guess it was in 2018, my son was going to get married. And they were having a difficult time, and they decided to break things off. They decided that they weren't going to get married at that time, and they were just kind of like, call things off and go their separate ways. Well, he got married to the same girl he was going to get married to before. So they got married. So they're together. So it's good. And then we took him out to dinner afterwards. And made sure that they ate. It was kind of like a little congratulations, you're married dinner type thing. And it was good. We had a chance to sit and talk. It's probably the most time I've spent with my son since he's been in town. Well, besides him going to like the family dinner and stuff that we had Thursday, but I still wasn't like spending time with him. I wasn't like, it was there with everybody else. So he did come over today, and I did sew on a new rank patch on his dress whites for the Navy, and ironed his stuff. And then he got ready, and then we went over and did the wedding, little marriage ceremony. And so he was happy about that. So that's all done. He's married. It's official. Paperwork is signed. I have copies. He has copies. He has the original so that they can take it and file it on Monday. His wife and his dad are going to take it and file it. And my son is leaving in the morning, which is awesome. Yeah, that is life. Oh, and he wants me to make him a little like stuffy toy or whatever. And he's like, you can make that, right, Mom? I'm like, well, take a screenshot it off your phone and send it to me, and I will see what I can do. So I wonder if he ever sent it to me. No. I don't think he ever sent it to me. Let's see. I'm gonna scan my phone really quick. Yeah. He never sent me anything. So I really can't tell you what they look like. I can't show you what they look like because I have no idea. But he's like, you can make that, right? I'm like, maybe I can. I will see what I can do. And then I'm like, and when I make it, I can embroider something on it if you want. It's like, oh, you can? That would be so awesome. You can embroider the name of the character on it. I'm like, yeah, I could possibly do that. Yeah, so I make lots of work for myself. But I can't get started until he actually sends me the information. So, that's that. So yeah, I've got a week cut out for me for stuff.